Well, our breaking news this morning, Prince Harry's girlfriend, Meghan Markle, has been subjected to a wave of abuse and harassment by the media. This is according to a strongly worded and unusually candid statement just issued by Kensington Palace on Prince Harry's behalf. This is part of what the statement says. Prince Harry is worried about Ms Markle's safety and is deeply disappointed that he has not been able to protect her. It is not right that a few months into a relationship with him that Ms Markle should be subjected to such a storm. He knows commentators will say this is the price she has to pay and that this is all part of the game. He strongly disagrees. This is not a game, it is her life and his. We're joined now by our correspondent Ashish Joshi to reflect on what is really a very frank statement. Ashish.
It's highly unusual, and Prince Harry admits this is an unusual step for him to ask Kensington Palace to put the statement together because he obviously feels so strongly about this. There's been speculation and rumour about his relationship with this American actress in the media for the last couple of weeks.
Fairly flimsy evidence. They have the same
Absolutely. There was absolutely no confirmation from the palace or otherwise that this was a serious relationship. We have that admission now from the palace and Prince Harry. They are in a relationship and he wants to protect her. In part of the statement you read out just now, he says he feels quite helpless. She's on the other side of the Atlantic. She suddenly has the world's paparazzi camped out on her door. They're trying to speak to her ex-boyfriend. Her mother is subjected to the same sort of scrutiny. So all of this is going on and he feels like he's here in London not being able to protect her in the way he might if she were here too.
And when we think back to his life, we obviously think back to Diana, we think about the circumstances of her death, we think about the moratorium there was on press coverage of Harry and his older brother William in their childhood, which, for instance, their father, Prince Harry, didn't enjoy. He was getting papped as a primary school boy. We think about his time in the military. He enjoyed the protection, the physical protection from the press of being in the army. That's changed relatively recently.
His relationship, certainly, when we heard our royal correspondent Rhiannon Mills on air a little earlier, she said she has a much better relationship with Prince Harry. He understands he has a role to play, the media has its role to play, so the relationship, although might not be strong at the best of times, it is better. But what we have here is possibly every ingredient for the worst possible scenario, because you have an American actress who is black, you have Prince Harry, and she's over in the Atlantic. You don't just have the British media who will respect the protocol surrounding royal relationships. You have the American paparazzis who are now involved. You have the Germans who we know have ignored pleas from the royal family in the past.
This was a problem for his older brother and his sister-in-law, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
The UK press maybe towed a certain line, yes, but actually the foreign paparazzi didn't.
And also in the statement he talks about social media. He can ask the British media to say, look, please respect her privacy, don't subject her to this, but then he talks about the torrent of abuse she's received, racial undertones on social media. How does Prince Harry or Kensington Palace control that? It's going to be very difficult.
Ashish, thanks very much indeed. Thanks a lot.